In this video, we're going to learn how to simplify complex fractions. So a complex fraction is a fraction divided by another fraction, like this. Now once we have a fraction divided by another fraction, what we're going to do is just divide fractions, which is multiplying by the reciprocal of the denominator. So in this case, we're going to have 3 over x times y over 4, and that will simplify to 3y over 4x. Now, in many cases, you're going to have to simplify either the numerator or the denominator before you can actually divide the fractions. So in the case of this fraction down here, which is all numbers, what we're going to need to do is subtract the fraction on top and add the fraction on bottom before we can do the division. So in this case, we're going to have to get a common denominator on the top. That's going to be 5. So this is the same as 10 over 5 minus 2 over 5 over 3 over 3 plus 1 over 3. So this is the same as 8/5 over 4/3. So now we can do 8 over 5 times 3 over 4. Now here, before we do the multiplication, we can cancel out some of the terms. So we can take a 4 from here and a 4 from there, leaving us 2. And so our final answer would be 6/5. We can also do the same thing when we have variables. Now in this case, with this fraction, we also have to simplify the numerator and the denominator. So we need a common denominator for each. On top, our common denominator is going to be x squared y. And our first term is missing an x. Our second term is missing a y, so that's going to be minus 2y over x squared y. On bottom, our common denominator is going to be xy squared. Okay, our first term is missing an x, and our second term is missing a y. So now we can do the addition. We will get x minus 2y over x squared y all over 2x plus y over xy squared. So now that we have one fraction over another fraction, we can do the division. So that will be x minus 2y over x squared y times x y squared over 2x plus y. Now again, before we actually multiply, we should cancel out terms where we can. So in the denominator of the first term, we have x squared y, and in the numerator of the second term, we have xy squared. We can take out an x from one of these each, and a y from one of these. So when we do that, okay, we will change that to 1. We'll cross that one out. We'll change this to 1, and we will cross this one out. Now we can't simplify or take out any terms from here and here, but this will reduce the amount of terms that we have. So our final answer, we're going to get y times x minus 2y on the top over x times 2x plus y on the bottom. Now you could distribute your y on top and your x on the bottom, but there isn't really a point. You should go ahead and leave it factored.